More than $60,000 in your taxpayer money. That is how much state investigators say a former Tennessee State Museum employee stole. Today, they revealed an elaborate scheme that lasted for nearly 3 years. News Channel 5's Adam Gassimi here to explain how they say she did this.
Yeah, Jessica, a report out just today shows the woman figured out no one was checking what the museum was buying. So she made purchase orders for artifacts that didn't exist and had all the money put into her personal account.
It could be a book. It could be a Civil War artifact.
It showcases rare pieces of our state's history. The Tennessee State Museum budgets $175,000 a year for pieces just like these. But when an employee figured out what they bought wasn't being put in inventory, she created an elaborate scheme.
This was a scheme that she worked out based on some identified internal weaknesses in the system, and she took advantage of those internal control weaknesses.
Kevin Huffman is an investigations audit manager with the State Comptroller's office that's just floors above the museum in the Polk Cultural Center. He says in February, museum officials alerted them to a cash shortage that uncovered an administrative services assistant making fake purchase orders for artifacts that didn't really exist.
Then she approved that purchase with the forged signature of her supervisor and sent that for payment. Now, the payment would have been to her personal account.
But the fraud wasn't only inside the museum itself.
Investigators say the woman used a state employee program to rent a car for 15 months at a cost of more than $12,000 and charged it back to the museum. The reason she gave them? Her personal car broke down.
Now investigators say they've helped museum leaders fix their checks and balances to stop this from happening again, while hoping others who want to steal tax dollars realize they will get caught.
That we hold people accountable for what they do in government.
And the woman was fired back in February, but is not being named because she, so far, has not been charged with a crime. That is now up to state and local prosecutors. Turns out she is a felon on parole for stealing more than $60,000 worth of property from someone else. She apparently started as a temp and worked for at least 3 other state agencies before coming to the museum. And Jessica, we're told the museum is now doing extensive background checks on anyone they hire from this point forward.
Yeah, definitely going to need a little change of policy there, Adam. Thank you. Well, we also found out the woman did disclose her prior convictions to Adecco USA. It's the company that provides temporary and contract employees to the state. However, museum officials say they never knew about her record.